Everyone, I hope you're doing well. It's Sunday afternoon on the 30th of January 22, and I wanted to give you kind of an overview of how the week went with my trades. This is my account history for the week. You can see I started here at the 24th, which was last Monday, and it goes up until the last one closed on the 28th. So not a bad week. It's up $445. So I'm happy with that. I'll take it. I am actually currently at a slight loss. I have one open trade. So that's one thing that my EA is not doing correctly. I thought I had it set that it would close all trades at 10 minutes until 5 p.m. New York Standard Time, which is the end of the trading week. I didn't want to hold any of these smaller trades over the weekend, and I wanted it to close, but maybe somebody out there can help me with that. So I still have one open, and it's currently losing a little bit. So here's just kind of an overview. Here's my Euro USD. See that I had a couple of like break-even ones and another one there. Let's take a quick look at USD CAD. That's the one that's actually open currently. Now I wanted you to see there's a lot of trades on this one. And it looked like for this particular pair, my long trades were very successful, but for some reason my short trades were not. So that tells me that I may have to look at this algorithm a little bit because even though our SSL was confirming these shorts, they were not successful. So these are the kind of things I look at when I do my review. And I'm going to go through some of these in more detail. I just want to give you an overview of the 5 pairs I trade. So this is Great Britain USD or pound dollar. This one had a really nice trade. I'm going to go over that one too. This is Great Britain or pound Kiwi, Great Britain Aussie. Again, it looked like my longs were successful, but my shorts were not. So I'm going to figure out what's going on there. And then finally, this was our Aussie CAD or our Kiwi pound. So I thought too many trades, of course, to go through with you in detail, but I wanted to go over a few so that you could see exactly what was going on here. So one of the functions I have in my EA is that I have it set to take a screenshot every time a trade is open. So I go into my data files, I go into my MQL, my files folder, and I have a folder down here that says screenshots, and this is the name of my my EA that I'm running right now. So I open that up, and I picked out a few here in particular, just because we can't go through all of them. But I wanted to just show you some examples of trades. So first of all, let's start with one that didn't work out all that great. All right, so this is Great Britain Aussie. Get my pin going here. Okay, so I just wanted to walk through how this works exactly. So what we have here is the signal is on this brick. Now this right here is my spread. I've put that into my EA as well, so that every time all the conditions are met, whether a trade is opened or not, I want it to document the spread. And I'm going to tell you why in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you some examples. But this is the spread, and it's back one candle, so it actually goes to that candle. Okay, so our first criteria here is that this opening was above the blue line on our Kelter channel. So check. We come down and we look. Our next signal was our BB flat is our signal line above blue. Yes, that's a check. And finally SSL was green. So everything looks good. So this is where we went in. We went in right there. However, unfortunately, it turned around on us, which is, of course, what trades like to do. So it went down. Okay, so it went down 1, 2, 3 bear candles. So I'm sorry, not candles, bricks. So if we see it going down 3 bricks, then I have that as an exit strategy. Remember, 3 of the opposite direction, we're going to come out. The other thing is we also had confirmation with a switch of our C1, which if you bring that up at the bottom of that candle, it's out. So this one was a loss of $31 times 2, of course, which is not great. But I just wanted to show you how that was a direct turnaround. There was no profit or anything, but our negative is not too bad. It's manageable. So let's look at now a good example. So we looked at a bad example, and I have a beautiful example to show you guys. I have to tell you, I really like this one, so I thought that I would show you that. So here we had our signal, and this was for a short. Here's our Kelter channel line coming down here. So you can see that the open was definitely below the line. Now, I don't see the spread on here, so I can't tell you what that is. This is from that previous trade. So we come down, so we see that our signal line is below the red line, so that's good, and our SSL. So this is where we went in. We went in right there. Not a very straight line, sorry about that. And then we went down, and so we had, this is 1, 2, 3 bricks. So this is 1 brick, this is 2 bricks, and this is 3 bricks. And that's where we come out, okay, right there. So you can see that this is actually then, since each of these are 10 pips, that would have been 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips. And that's what we got. That was our first take profit. So that was our TP1, which again I have set at 30 pips. And then it continued to go down. Beautiful. You know, another 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Went back up a couple, went down again, went back up a couple, until finally this is the level at which it came out. And that is not because of 3 bullish bricks, it's because our C1 flipped. So our C1 flipped, and at the close of that candle, or technically the open of the next candle, we came out. But this is my runner, what I call my runner. Oops, I cannot write on here. And that is 109. So 109 and 30, about 140 pips total for that trade. So that was a good one. All right, I want to keep moving here. I don't want anybody to get too bored with me. I wanted to show you, though, the spread situation. And I'm going to be changing this for this week because it's confusing me even. So I told you that I have my EA configured so that every time the signals line up, it's going to mark the spread. Okay. However, part of my EA also has a spread filter, and my spread filter is 4.8. Woo! funny. So anything above 4.8 pips, it's not going to trigger a trade. It's going to ignore it. So that's why, and the reason I did this is because I was looking back at my trades and I thought, oh, wait a minute here. Look at this one here. Look at this one here. If we look at this particular brick, this opened up outside of there. This was above and this was green. So I'm like, well, why didn't that take the trade? You know, and then I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. That one seemed to work too. And that one, you know, all of these. And so this is before I had my spread. So now what I do is, and actually this is where it's confusing. This spread is back one candle. So that one goes with that one. That one goes with that one, and I'm going to try to line it up for this week. That's what I'm going to try to do. And see, and that one goes with that one goes with that one, and that one goes with that one. All of these spreads here are above my 4.8. Okay, so again, so during this time here, it looked like, you know, it looked like it should have been a go, but it didn't because of the spreads. So then we wait and we get over here. So at this candle here, everything lined up again. You can see here, this must have been over and this was good. However, that 5 was too high. Finally, this candle here, our spread is under the 4.8. So this is the candle we went in on. And yes, I will admit that, yes, had we gone in on this candle, of course, I don't know, we probably couldn't because that probably wasn't above, but the first one, we probably would have made a little bit more. But we had to wait for everything to line up, and that's where we went in. And again, it went 1, 2, 3, took our TP1, and finally came out with that change right there. So there you go. I did have one more if you are still with me. I want to be fully transparent here that because I'm still learning, you know, things don't always work perfectly. And, you know, maybe somebody out there knows FX Dream and can help me. I don't know. So let me show you one that did not go the way I thought it should go. And I don't know why. And honestly, that's why this is kind of scary to be working with, you know, expert advisors that open and close trades for you, because sometimes things happen and you're not sure why. So it's this trade right here. Oops, sorry. It's this trade right here. Okay, so first of all, that I would assume is above the blue line because, you know, it's down to very fine measurements, and this is probably okay. It just doesn't look like it with the naked eye. So that was good. Our spread was good. Okay, our signal line was above the blue and our green. So yay, okay, so we go in right here. So it went up, but then it turned around and it went down. So it went down one bear brick, two bear bricks, but then look at this. It came out. It came out. Why? There's only two bear bricks. And look at this. This was all green. And only two. Should have been three bear bricks. So I'm like, why? So there you go. I'm just being fully transparent that sometimes this doesn't always work, and I don't know why. It's not that often. I find one every once in a while. This one, it's a shame because had this stayed in, okay, it went in here, it would have come back even on the next brick. It would have gone up, and it would have just continued. and it would have gone, well, it would have come out here. But, you know, I mean, you wouldn't have had all this back and forth. So there you go. That's my story. And the one thing I'm going to do, which I forgot to do last week, is I'm going to be sure to remember to move these lines over here so that I remember where my week started. So stay tuned. We'll see what next week brings. Like I said, the only real adjustment I'm going to be making right now is to see if I can move these spread numbers over. So until then, take care. I hope you're having a fabulous trading week, and we'll talk to you soon.